The 5 traits startups want angel investors to have. The one thing that you can almost never recover from is choosing the wrong investor or investors to work with. I've helped the CEOs I've worked with raise funding rounds of between $50,000 and $150 million. I've seen the wrong investors kill or almost kill too many startups to count. I want you to know, what are the 5 traits of good angel investors? In today's video, I'm going to explain to you what are the traits of bad angel investors, what are the 5 traits of good angel investors, and what can you do to screen out the good investors from the bad investors? I hope you like it. Hi, I'm Brett. On my channel, I help early stage startup CEOs like you raise money and grow your startup. So if this sounds like you, then hit the subscribe button and the bell so you get notified every time I release a new video. Let's get started. What are the traits of bad angel investors? Let me start with a story. Easily, the worst decision I made as CEO was the choice of our second investor, Donald Ventures. At first, our relationship with Raul, the partner leading the deal for DV, was okay. However, by the time we raised our Series B funding, Donald Ventures, despite our company executing very well, did everything they could to block us from raising our funding. They instead were trying to force us to sell our company. It literally took an 11th hour intervention from Silicon Valley Bank to save us. I still get angry thinking about this because DV's behavior was so despicable. Now, the reason I'm telling you this story is really simple. Most CEOs don't know what to look for in an investor. We certainly didn't. Usually, you're just happy to have someone, anyone, give you money. You overlook the signs that you might be making a pact with the devil. Trust me, you don't want that to happen to you. So here are the 3 things that indicate you might not want to work with an angel investor. I've seen these come up multiple times with the CEOs I've worked with. Number 1, the angel demands a board seat. Shouldn't an investor get a seat on your board of directors in return for their money? It's a great question, and the answer is it depends upon the amount of money they've invested. If we're talking about a typical angel investment of $10,000 to $50,000 or even $100,000, then the answer is almost always no. The reason I'm saying this is you want to keep your life as simple as possible for as long as possible. And the longer you can go with being the only member of your board, the better off you will be. Startup boards of director meetings are not the strategic strategy sessions you think they are. You are much better off with a board of advisors. You can still tap into the advice of experts, but they cannot control you, and that's a huge difference. Number 2, the angel investor demands a role in your company in return for their money. Crazy, right? But I've seen this too many times to count. You could be saying to yourself, wow, isn't this great? I get this expert to help me. But the problem is the angel is usually never exactly what you want. And making the angel an employee makes things difficult for you in ways you just cannot imagine. I would only do this if the angel passed your normal interview process and was a perfect fit for your company. Otherwise, you're better off passing on the investment. Number 3, the angel investor wants to meet with you every week. You want to have regular communication with your investors, but every week, that's a tell that the angel is going to be too involved in your business. You may think this is great at the beginning of your company, but It is usually a sign that an investor is going to micromanage you. Again, I'd pass. So what are the 5 traits of good angel investors? Here we go. Number 1, you want your angel investors to be neutral. No more, no less. Let's start with the most basic trait of a good angel investor, and it's that they give you their money. If that's all you can get from an angel investor with none of the negatives I previously discussed, then that's a huge win for you. Remember, the base value of any investor is that they invest. All the rest of the positives that I'm going to discuss next are bonuses. But if all you get is their money, consider yourself a winner. Number 2, you want your angel investors to attract other investors. I've seen this phenomenon happen over and over again. One great angel investor invites their wealthy friends to co-invest with them. For example, Greg added an investor named Paul, and Paul was great. When Greg needed to raise more money, Paul introduced Greg to others in his network. The next thing you know, the round was closed with investors that Paul knew. That's just about as good as it gets. Number 3, you want your angel investors to be low maintenance. You will appreciate this characteristic of a good angel investor more and more as your company grows. In other words, you want to make an investor who makes it easy for you to communicate with you when you want. Paul was exactly that for Greg. He was available when Greg needed his help, and just as importantly, Paul stayed in the background until Greg needed him. Number 4, you want your angel investors to add value to your company's operations. Many times, angels will come from the industry that you're focused on, and they'll be able to lend their expertise to help out. Again, this was the case with Paul for Greg. Paul had a wealth of sales expertise that Greg didn't have. Plus, Paul used his network to help Greg recruit. Number 5, you want your angel investors to write multiple checks. Finally, it's great when an angel investor invests once in your startup, but sometimes you need an investor to write multiple checks. Yet again, Paul was able to help out. He invested in Greg's second angel round of funding, and he introduced Greg to the rest of the investor syndicate. That's why Paul is a great angel investor. Again, you're a winner if all you get is an angel investor's money, just one time. However, it's a home run when you get everything that Paul is giving to Greg. What can you do to screen out the bad investors from the good investors? First, raising money is like dating. Investors are on their best behavior while they're courting you. So one obvious red flag is if an investor is behaving badly before they invest in your startup. Second, don't be afraid to ask lots of questions to your prospective investors. Ask about how much involvement they want to have after they invest. Ask about whether they are expecting a board seat. Ask about how often they want to communicate with you. Third, ask investors for CEO references. Wouldn't it be great to talk with other CEOs that have worked with your prospective investors? A good investor will be happy to provide you with references. Now, if this content is resonating with you, then please hit that like button right now. Now, here's a summary of what we have learned today. Number 1, bad angel investors are too demanding. Number 2, good angel investors are low maintenance and can add value to your startup. Number 3, Ask your prospective investors lots of questions and for references before you take their money. Now, what did you learn from today's video? Put your answer in the comments column below today's video. And if you have any questions, put them in the comments column too, and I'll be happy to answer them for you. Now, I have one more thing for you today. It's my free startup pitch deck template. It has all the slides you need to develop an awesome pitch deck. Click the link below today's video, and it's yours for free. And for more great content, click on the link at the end of today's video. And if you haven't already, then click the subscribe button to get more great content for startup CEOs. I'm Brett at brettjfox.com. Thanks for watching today. Take care. Bye.